Hello everyone, this is Elise, YouTube channel Radiant Butterfly 24. Today is Monday, September 2nd, 2024. Hope everyone is doing well this Labor Day holiday weekend. I'm going to do a slide picture video of 3 pictures about perps moving in and out the community in a U-Haul moving truck or van. I know that U-Haul is a prevalent moving business offering movers reasonable rates, but when I am seeing these moving trucks and vans coming into the community like a revolving door, that's when it becomes questionable. The perps will move in the community to set up camp to participate in the targeting toward you, and within a short period of time, they will up and move, whether it has to do with their assignment contract has ended or targeting tactic was somehow accomplished, which I will elaborate a bit later. I'm going to start with the first picture. I was on my way out the community when I noticed this U-Haul truck of where these perps were living in the community, which I had taken a picture on August 6th. I want you all to pay attention to the dates pertaining to this situation. This was a couple who moved into this home with at least one child that was school age and one child on the way. The couple was at this home for about 2 years, which they moved in around May, June of 2022. I recall the couple moving into the community in a U-Haul truck. I recall the female perp had parked her vehicle, which happens to be of a white color, as you see here, across from my driveway. The perps tend to portray the white, black color vehicles. The male perp, which is here, drove a black vehicle, which would be parked in the driveway on this side here, which I will get to in just a bit. When the female perp parked her vehicle across from my driveway and had gotten out, I just happened to be in the driveway, which she had spoke to me, and I just went back inside my home. I thought it was quite suspect that she would park across my driveway when they have a driveway here and a garage. If she was going to park on the street I live, she could have done so where she was not parked across from my driveway and anyone else, which there were no other cars on the street. Then she could have parked on their street, which is toward the right where there is parking, which is the next street facing where I live, where there was parking. I can't recall if the couple were owners or renters. I remember when the male resident prior to this couple moving into this home, where he began parking his vehicle across from my driveway before he moved, which was suspect as well, as if he was participating in the targeting before he had moved. I believe there is surveillance in the community where I live, which these individuals are being told to do certain tactics of parking across from the driveway. This home is a 2-bedroom home, which is not really ideal for a couple with children, of them not having their own bedrooms. maybe at least one child, then thereafter it would be time to move on to something else. This community is like a mixture of singles, couples, senior, retired. There's a management company that oversees the community of rules, guidelines that residents have to abide by, and yearly meetings. I noticed that the couple would both be at home during a workday after a while of living in the community. There would be one or the other leaving out during the early morning of taking kids to school, daycare. There were other times of them leaving and coming back of not being gone long. I noticed the traffic of people going to the home during the day, which they will park on the street where I live and across from my driveway. The couple had installed security cameras outside the garage, as you can see here. Upon moving there at the home, this is what the perps tend to do in the community where I live, installing security cameras around the home, which this was not done by the original residents prior to me living here. A while after I lived in the community, I installed cameras within my home prior to me noticing that I was being targeted. I noticed the male perp would park his vehicle, which was the color black, in the driveway and not inside the garage. So he would park on this side of the driveway, which was suspect due to the winters we have here in the Midwest. That is the purpose of having a garage, for security reasons and to protect your vehicle from the winter elements. Why would anyone want to scrape off snow from their vehicle when there's a garage? And so it just gives uh, suspect perp vibes. I was able to get a picture of the male perp, which I saw the female perp and wasn't able to get her picture due to she made her way up the front walkway. It appeared like they were moving items from the garage onto the U-Haul truck parked on the street here. I don't know the reason why they had moved, but I know of a nearby perp neighbor who was in the process of having an outside home improvement project being done of a deck, which I have posted that on that video on my YouTube, being built of their involvement with the targeting, which could be of what I mentioned earlier of it being a targeting tactic being accomplished, and so maybe their assignment contract had ended. After the perps had moved on August 6th, then on August 17th, noticed carpet cleaning van at the home and a pickup truck inside the garage. Then on August 23rd, the home was placed on the market. There were two individuals, a male and a female, whom I had encountered with words being exchanged of their involvement with the home being placed on the market, which they both seemed suspect. The male individual parked his vehicle across from my driveway and appeared like he was taking pictures of the home and was using a drone. The female individual parked on my street a couple of spaces from the male individual, which, when she had gotten out of the vehicle, had a real estate sign, had a grin on her face, chewing and popping gum, and walking with heels, which, where she was parked, was a ways from the home. The female individual behavior was rather suspect upon returning back to her vehicle, which I was standing in my driveway at the time recording, when she had said to me, "You're not friendly?" I then said, "No, I'm not. You're a perp realtor. I'm not friendly to perps." I said something to that factor. The female individual began walking toward where I was standing. I then told her, "Don't come onto my property." She then went back to her vehicle, got inside, began doing something on her phone, got back out, and returned back to the home the back way toward where the patio is located. Then she came out a little while later of the home, the front area, and she ended up going around this divider here in the street toward one of the neighbors that was out in their driveway, saying something and interacting with two cars that was driving by, which was of a pickup truck of a male and a vehicle of a female who lives in the community. Then proceeded to her vehicle, which I let her know that I was recording. When the male individual returned back to his vehicle that was parked across from my driveway, I asked him why did he park there, because he could have parked any other place on the street besides across from my driveway and not at the home of it having a driveway and garage, of it having parking on the street. He indicated that he wasn't parked in a fire lane and that he was taking pictures. He eventually moved his vehicle further up a couple of spaces where he was seen with a drone flying over the back of the home. I wouldn't be surprised if perps move into this home. I'll be on the lookout, so stay tuned for any updates. I recorded those incidences, which I will be posting a video, so stay tuned. These two last slides are pictures I had taken within the community of a U-Haul van. These were perps either moving in or out on another street. And then, as you can see here, there's a pickup truck parked on the grass where the residents and guests are not to park on the grass due to the sprinkler system of being damaged and it being a violation. So it's like when these perps move in, they tend to do what they want to do or do whatever, coming into the community, corrupting the community. And it just is like, it's not the same. And this third picture here is of a budget moving truck, of it not being a U-Haul moving van, of this being a street within the community of perps moving into this home. I have recently went down the street of seeing items in the garage of it being used as a storage, and cars parked in the driveway and on the street, and seeing kids living here as well. This situation seems suspect of why move to a home and not having the required space and not parking cars or your vehicles in the garage. The perps leaving their vehicles in the driveway is what I believe is a tactic of them being readily available outside to be in contact of whom they are targeting, of it being an excuse for them to go to their vehicle as if they are getting something out of it or as if they're getting ready to leave. So this is the end of the slide picture video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and share this video. Thank you for watching my channel.